Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Uncomplicated Podcast, where we will dive into a topic that resonates with all of you, and today is all about body image.
Right, especially we are focusing on motherhood because motherhood is really a beautiful journey, but it also comes with significant changes physically and emotionally, and this can affect the way that how women perceive their bodies and often how in ways that they often do not anticipate.
Yep, and joining us today is somebody who have first-hand experience, no other than Ateeqah Mazlan. Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. We're so happy to have you here, and we look forward to this episode actually because we've heard so much. I've heard so much from Haikal.
I was like strongly I think we need Ateeqah because she knows a lot on this topic. Yeah.
Right. So when I heard from Haikal about you and how you advocate more about body image and especially motherhood body image.
Yeah.
You yourself went through it.
Yes.
So hence that's why we really need to have you here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's super honored to be here with you guys.
Maybe give us a bit of background for
yes.
those who don't know about your motherhood journey and how it has transformed you.
Well, throughout my whole years, because I've always been performing, right? I'm a singer, actor, and dancer. Like since secondary school, primary school. So my body has always been banging. Like I have really banging body, guys. Like because I'm always like dancing and exercising, and I really take care because that's my asset, right?
Yes.
But then I remember seeing other moms who are dancers as well, and they have banging bodies, and I'm like, you know what? I'll snap back. Like I'll snap back fine.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. And then I had my first pregnancy after trying for 2 years. I was very happy I was pregnant, but then reality hits. My body starts bloating and starts like basically, I start to get swollen nose, swollen neck and everything. And it truly affect like my self-esteem. So I start to let go. I didn't exercise because my back was killing me at the same time because the baby was huge. Like my baby's big, guys.
Your first one?
My first one. Okay. It was big. It came out 1 month early.
Oh.
Weighing at 3.6.
Wait. Wow.
Yes, yes. Usually 3.6 are full-term babies, but 1 month early, 3.6. And the reason why it has to come out 1 month early is because when they actually measure, there's an estimated weight, it was already above 4, the estimated weight. Yeah, and I couldn't walk anymore. I couldn't feel my legs. Like it was touching my nerve. Like that's how bad it was. I was in so much pain. And then the nurse like, you know what? We got to set up a C-sec date. So we cut him open. And they even have like at the NICU box thing.
Oh.
But when he came out fine. In fact, he was holding a forceps and like so angry. So then they realized, I think he's fine, but let's just check internal organs, see everything's okay. And alhamdulillah, he came out fine. His head was on the 90th percentile already before giving birth. Like that's how big he was. So the minute I remember when after giving birth, I thought like, oh, all this weight would come down immediately. Nobody talks about this, okay? After birth, after you give birth, I remember the minute I can stand up and take a shower, I look at myself in the mirror. I was crying because like my belly looked pregnant, but you really feel like, like when if you never eat for so long, your stomach feels so empty. It feels like 10 times like that. So it feels like something's empty, and I was grieving. And that's when I found out, after many months, I found out, that's basically postpartum depression. I was grieving, like, where is the baby inside me? I couldn't connect that this baby is the same baby that's outside. So I was really depressed. The minute my baby was born, the minute I stand up and look in the mirror, I was depressed and I was not enjoying myself at all. Like my body looks big, but why is he out there? And because of that, I start to not be active anymore. I start to spiral, and like, you know what? I'm just gonna eat whatever I want to eat. I didn't even do confinement.
Oh,
I didn't.
wow.
No, I only like massage, like 3 days, and that whole bengkong thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't do the whole confinement because I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just tired. So I couldn't be bothered, and it affects my body a lot. And then I didn't take care of it until about 4 years later, when I finally like got myself out, and then I start to be active, cycling and running, and then I got pregnant again the second time,
That is like in a time span of how many years?
like 4 years apart.
Oh,
So my kids are
during that
5 years
So
apart.
during that 4 years, you like you said, you let go. Then
I
you
really
tried
let
to
go.
you tried.
I
to,
tried, but it was nothing. Like I was trying to go for this what is it called, piloxing,
Mm.
and a lot of makcik there, So I was like, it couldn't be that bad, because piloxing is like aerobics, is dancing, and I'm a dancer, I can do it. I went there, I pitam, like I blacked out.
Oh.
I blacked out like 15 minutes in, and the makciks are still going strong with their weighted gloves, and I'm just like, oh my god. Then it really brings me down. I'm like, look, I cannot. I couldn't do yoga anymore. I couldn't do Pilates anymore. Like sometimes when I move certain way, like a muscle that I didn't know existed start to like get twisted,
Oh, okay.
and I would have knots. So that somehow like pulled me back, and I don't want to do anything.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Then after that, you had your second one. How was that?
I was very upset that I was pregnant the second time. I was happy that I was pregnant, because but there was a part of me that was upset, because I know that just when I start to lose weight and everything, I'm getting pregnant again. So I was like trying to focus on the positives, like, second one, at least my son have a friend, because for 4 years he doesn't have any friends. And then my husband was diagnosed with cancer a week after we found out that I was pregnant with the second one. Yeah. So throughout the entire second pregnancy, I wasn't taking care of myself. Sometimes I forget that I was pregnant. I was just working nonstop and taking care of the house and my husband. So it was just that. And we didn't have any help, because it was during COVID time as well. And it was also after the post saga. So there was a lot of things happening. I didn't remember being pregnant during that pregnancy. Like there were times where I really just let go, and I would like cry, I would like be depressed, and like every time when I forget I'm pregnant, my stomach would like start to be in pain. I would have like this weird contraction feeling, and then I have to make my way to the hospital, and they're like, you're under a lot of stress, you have to like calm down. And then second baby, the baby is also big. So yeah, the baby's big again. 1 month early, came out slightly lower, like 3.2 or something like that.
Okay.
But it's still huge, like for 1 month. Yeah. So after my second one, that's when I went to a postpartum clinic. I'm like, you know what? I need to get back in shape. I need to make sure that I'm well, because if really truly my husband's not going to make it, I have 2 kids now to take care of. I need to start taking care of myself. So I went to the clinic, and that's when they told me, oh, what have you been doing? Have you been exercising? So I had a diastasis recti. So diastasis recti is when your abdominal muscles are separated. Okay, so there's a gap in between that. So I have that, and I also have incontinence, which is like, urine leaking.
Oh.
Yeah, so I went to the clinic and basically healed there. And at the same time, somehow it heals my mental health as well, knowing that I'm doing something.
So you had that condition for the past 5 years?
Yeah.
Since the first
Yeah,
one?
since the firstborn. I didn't know about it. Which is bad, because I was doing a lot of things, right? I was trying piloxing, I was trying yoga and everything. So when I met with the consultant there, and when she told me about it, and then I read more also, because everything's all I tried to Google lah, right? Apparently, if you have DR post-birth and you don't do anything about it, and you exercise and everything, it makes it worse. And because I have healed from this clinic, I learn more and everything, and that's why I start to like, hey, you know what? I want to come and work with you guys part-time or freelance, so that I can learn and help other moms, and somehow advocate and tell more about this. And I've seen a lot of worse cases, like really bad cases. Yeah, it's very sad, because not a lot of women know about this, and a lot of women also at the same time. There's this thing whereby it's okay lah, don't need lah. Like, I'm sure there's a cheaper method for this. And then there's also the husbands, the minute they see the bill, I mean, right? It's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's true. You go like, tak payah lah, don't need lah. So it's always that mindset. But at the same time, it's those things whereby you really need to heal. Like when the minute you get pregnant, set aside money for your postpartum treatment. Like put that in your budget as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I'm coming in from a perspective of someone who has not gone through, like seeing my wife giving birth and all that. So I want you to take us back way before you got pregnant with the first one. When you got pregnant at the point of time, and then you started bloating and all that, do you think that it was actually, or do you perceive that it was actually the right or the normal thing to go through? Or
It is
what's
normal.
happening?
It is normal. Like
Okay.
people do get bloated sometimes and their face changes. Scientifically, I don't know why. You all can Google, I guess, or Mr. Chat. But some people, the minute they get pregnant, they start bloating. A good example is I don't know if you guys know Miranda Kerr.
My favorite model.
Yes, right.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know that?
Yeah, because so very familiar. She models
She's
for
a Victoria's Secret.
right?
Yes.
There you go.
You know how like she's very skinny,
Yeah.
right? But do you realize now you see her face is different, her face shape is different. It's wider. Her nose is slightly bigger. Like even though she's slim, but certain features like you cannot change after birth. So certain people when they are pregnant, that's what happened. So that's what happened to me. Like how I look now was not how I looked last time. Like last time I was very nice, like it's funny because like I remember somebody said this. Ika, like what happened to you? You let go of yourself after you become a mom. And I'm like, I didn't. Like life happens, and I don't have the privilege to go for, your whatever spa or everything. Like that's just what it is. It's not that I don't let go. Whatever means that I have, this is what you get.
Yeah.
And did you think that you will be able to bounce back? Because we were talking about the Victoria's Secret, for example. Like
Yeah.
Adriana Lima, 40 days after her pregnancy,
I know,
she was on the
right?
walkway.
Yeah.
Did you expect yourself to bounce
I
back?
was expecting like that because like not because I've seen other people do it, but it's because I have been active, right?
Yeah.
I've been performing. I'm a dancer, and all my dancer friends the same because we have the same lifestyle. We were eating great, like balanced meal and everything. But somehow this happened. Like the minute I think like second trimester when I start to get bloated everywhere. That's when I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna eat whatever I wanna eat.
Right. There was a point where you felt like, I just want to give up.
Yeah.
Is it?
And like, I don't recognize my body. Even till now, even till today, my second child's already like 4 years old. There are days where I really don't recognize my body. And I don't like, honestly, right now, I don't like how I'm looking. But at least this time around, I know what to do and I am doing it. Like, I don't focus on, somebody said this before, instead of focusing on your worries, focus on what you can do about it.
Yeah.
And it puts that perspective, puts me in a place where I feel like, I don't feel depressed. I don't feel like, oh, pity me, I need to do this to myself. No, I just go like, okay, I need to do this and just focus on that.
Right.
How did that changes impacted you, if your emotions or affect you, like, with your mental health?
Definitely the minute you wake up in the morning, you don't feel like demotivated, like for years, and I'm saying years, okay, like a lot of people thought like from Saga onwards, I've always had this depression. No, like even before the Saga, like when I had my first child, all the way through, I was medically diagnosed with depression and anxiety. Like I'm clinically diagnosed. Not like, oh, I have anxiety, guys. No. But it's those things whereby I was just so focused on, oh, I have depression, oh, I have anxiety. And I was and then I realized I'm using it as an excuse. Like I don't want to do any work today. My depression is just like, taking over me today. I don't want to wake up today. And I start being so lazy, and that doesn't help me. I was so focusing so much on the problem and not the solution. And the problem was consuming me to the point whereby I just go like, you know what? It was when my husband was sick. I was like, it was on autopilot mode. Like when my husband was sick, I need to move. That's when I realized I can do it. Push come to shove, I can do it. So this means that if I were to just focus on the task in hand, on what to do, I can do it. So that's why I start to focus on, okay, I have to take care of myself. I have to do this. These are the things I need to do. Oh, I don't have the money yet to pay for this. Don't worry. Let's save up find a plan, find a financial plan that I can do to do that. Or maybe, you know, because I am a content creator, approach certain clinics and see how we can work on the barter trade. So that's what I do now.
Right. Now, I like when you mentioned about like how certain circumstances happen that change you.
Yeah.
If let's say those things that happen did not happen, do you think it would change you today?
Of course, like I think I would still be depressed, relying on my husband to push me, and I think I think it will also affect the kids at the same time. You know, like I think my kids are they are a lot of energy. They are really loud, but they are very happy-go-lucky, both of them, and I think it's because of my energy. Like I show that let's just happy-go-lucky, like, you know, like for people who don't know me, like those who know me would know that even now with problems, I just make a joke out of it. Like I can make jokes of anything. I'll be like, yeah, I'm fat. Like I'm fat. Like, you know, like I make jokes out of it, like, cause I don't want it to take control over me. You know, like I want to be able to control the narrative of my life. Like that's how I do it.
Because it seems that there's this society's perspective of how a woman should look like even
I
after giving birth. What would you like to correct these misconceptions that people have?
I think, yeah, like, wow, I tell you because like I worked in the clinic before, and the amount of things that happen, there are good examples of men who actually are the one that wants to come to the clinic, and they go do it. They were like, oh no, I think my wife needs this because like she's very down, and you know, like the husband's the one asking. But there are whereby the wife comes in and go like, my husband say, I don't need to pay this much. But at the same time, my husband wants me to just go for surgery to like just flatten my tummy because my husband don't like the way I look. Or my husband's cheating on me with somebody, I need to do this. There's a lot of that. And I think like, women, you all should know that it's normal. What's not normal is your body bouncing back into shape. Like Gigi Hadid. That's not normal. But what's normal is definitely, even though you're skinny, you can still have a diastasis recti. So the connective tissue in the middle of your abdominal muscles, right, it's being stretched out. So when your tummy actually gets big, it's not that your muscles expand or just your skin, your connective tissue expanded. So certain age, you lose collagen. So this means that the connective tissue cannot snap back into shape. And it's not just age, it's your lifestyle, it's your diet. So all these things comes into play. So when the collagen is not really there for you to actually snap the connective tissue back, and then the connective tissue becomes like, you know, like a rubber that's being pulled too much. And then it starts to like, you know. So that's how you get cone-shaped tummy. Or some of them, they have like concave-shaped tummy because it goes inwards. Yes. Now, what happens with that? One, your tummy looks either pregnant or you have a hollow in the middle where your belly button is on one line. I think you've seen some women would have that. One. And two, when you do exercises, things like, you know, side twists or even crunches, right? So what happens is the connective tissue are moving as well. And you are not engaging your muscle because your muscles are already at the side. You're not engaging your core, meaning your core's weak. So you end up using your other muscles like your back.
Right.
And that's how you get back pain.
Right.
Yeah, some people do yoga, they get back pain. That was what happened to me. So I get back pain because I wasn't using my core. I thought I wasn't. So my core was very weak. That's why things like running, I feel like I'm using the wrong muscles and I start to hate it. And then, and if you don't do anything, you start trying to lose weight and trying to do all that. What happened is, the rubber, right? Imagine if, like a latex balloon, you pull it and you pull, what will happen? There'll be a hole in the middle, right? It tears.
Yeah.
So your connective tissue can tear.
Oh.
And the minute your connective tissue tear, your organs will actually start to pop out. Because your connective tissue and muscles are holding your organ in place, correct? So the minute your connective tissue is out, so what people have is called hernia. So like there's a hole in the connective tissue, and like say your intestines start coming out. So what happens if your intestine comes out on that hole? Food cannot pass through, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you start to get surgery, right? Or you get combustion in your stomach. So these things happen. So which is why I say, that's why like I always advocate like mummies and also husbands, if your wife is pregnant, you put aside money for confinement. Don't skip confinement. Put aside money for baby, but also put aside money for them to actually recover.
Yeah.
It is expensive. Just how expensive confinement? It is expensive. I'm talking about like really expensive. We are talking.
It's a trip to Europe.
Yeah, it's like three.
I'm not kidding you.
It's 300 per treatment around that.
wow.
Yeah, around that price. And I'm telling you, the reason why they charge, if they charge cheaper, they are using a machine that is similar, but it's not the same. So actually, what it does is just vibrating you, and that's it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help. Yeah.
I think 300 is like the premium one. I mean,
The premium one. You can get cheaper.
But yeah, I mean, you pay for you get what you pay for.
Yeah. But yeah, because like we do have parents, we do have mummies who were from other clinic because they take the cheaper one, and then they came to us, it got worse.
Yeah.
Because the machine that the person used, like, they cut corners, and then the machine they use is not the certified machine. So make sure your machines are FDA approved. Ask about the machines. Yeah. Ask like, what brand is your machine? Is it FDA approved? Google it, find out how it works. Like, these are the things that you need to really, like, do your studies.
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit more about how the machine works?
So for the machine that I actually worked on, and I have I mean, one of my good friend, she works as the machine seller, so she knows the market, she knows what's there. So we use electromagnetic waves to actually stimulate a contraction on your stomach, right? Because the thing is, when you do crunches, sometimes you thought that you're using your core, but what happened is you're actually using your back. So end up your core is still not strong. So what we do is targeted muscles that's contracting, and a lot of the Thai rich men and women use that machine to gain muscle, because it's a lazy way to gain muscle. It is 30 minutes you sit on that chair. It is about 10,000 crunches. 20,000 crunches, equivalent to 20,000 crunches. Yes, the muscle stimulation.
So can I go sign up?
Yeah, can. There is for men. Yeah. There is actually a men's, like, I don't know, is it a clinic or something whereby they actually got the same machine. Yeah. So one, we have that machine to contract your muscles. One, to actually strengthen your core. So when you strengthen your core, you're pushing the muscle in, right? That's one. But then your connective tissue is still loose. So you need collagen production from it. So there's actually this machine that helps with using radio frequency. I'm not going to say the name. You don't pay me. I'm not going to say the name.
Yeah. You want must sponsor us.
Yeah, no. If you want, you pay me, then I can promote for you. But yes, it's FDA approved. They use radio frequency. So radio frequency actually helps with collagen production. Because basically what you do is like tiny, they heat up and basically do like tiny micro damage to your body. Because like when your body get cut, right?
Yeah.
And then it heals.
Yes.
Why? Because the blood flow is going there, and then that's how collagen production, and that's how you heal. So they are doing the same thing. So they use radio frequency to go to your connective tissue layer, doing tiny micro damage around there to just wake your brain up. Hey, actually you need to fix that area. So that's how actually it works. And I've seen great results. I've seen tummy like cone shape, and suddenly like, oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just that it's expensive lah. That one is like ultra high client lah.
Maybe I can. The reason why we know I know about this was and how I know Ateeqah does this was because I had the experience. Not I wasn't the pregnant one. My wife actually had DR. What happened was that we had some of you will know that I have 3 kids. My second and the third one were very close together. And so I think there wasn't enough time to recover. I think in between they were very close together. And so after the third child was born, my wife looked very pregnant. And people were already congratulating us for having a 4th child already. And people were like, and when we post photos, people were like, hey, pregnant again, So, and I think I do feel that some of them they're asking it in a
they come from a better place,
But I'm sure this like really hurt her a lot. When I was trying to be, and I think this is why I want this episode so that people will be more informed of such situations and you get the proper help. So I was trying to be the supportive husband. I was like, you know what, you want to get back into shape, my wife had like the banging body like yours as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure. Yes.
So I was like, you know what? Don't worry, I'll sign you up for like gym membership, personal training, all that. And she went for personal training, but the results were not there. In fact, it got worse lah.
Yeah.
Still getting being congratulated for being pregnant again. So I think I was like, I have no idea like what to do. And she did her own research, and then she think like, hey, maybe I have this DR. Then she went to the clinic she's working at, went for the treatment. Yes, it cost really a lot.
Yeah,
I would say.
it costs really a lot. See how he's like sweating. He's like, it costs really a lot.
When she told me the price, I was like, wow, but I think it's the cost.
Yeah.
It's the to your mental wellness, to your self-esteem. You can try and cut costs. You can go and for your treatment. But if you're not getting the help that you need, then you are just wasting your time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like know where you put your money also at the same time.
Correct.
I mean, we are talking about your wife, and just to let you all know, the wife did consent for us to actually talk about her case. So I took on your wife's case after actually she finished her treatment, but she had like 4 fat freeze or something like that. Like it's like a package that comes like, oh, you get free 4 fat freeze. So fat freeze is where they cryo freeze your fats.
Yeah.
Right. So the idea of that is once your DR closed, any excess fats we can freeze it for cosmetic purposes lah. So she came in, and by that time I was working there already, and I was looking at your wife's case, and I can tell you, her DR stage was really bad. It was very bad. I've seen the pictures. I've seen the reports. It did actually. There was a huge difference coming down, but it's just that it's not there yet. A lot of people thought that, oh, the minute I buy a package, the minute the package ends, confirm can close. No, because different people recover differently.
Yeah.
Okay. So she needed that extra a bit more to sort of really close. But when I saw her tummy the first time in real life, I was like, you know what, your tummy's not closed yet. I don't know whether I should do fat freeze on you. And I told her that I don't know I should do fat freeze on you because I feel like it might make it worse. Then she's like, oh, how? Then said, just try first. So we discussed. We were like, okay, let's try one time, and we see how it is. So I monitored, and then the second time when she comes back, then I was like, see, it's not yet done. So that's why and I was fighting for I was saying, you know what? I know that she got free fat freeze, but she cannot take first. Can you just change her? Blah, blah. I was fighting for it. I don't know. I can't remember what's the ending because I left after that.
No, but yeah, you managed to convert.
Yes. So yeah, so I was fighting. I was like, no, just give her this. It's okay. Just give her this. She needs this and all. If you need to take from me, just cut from me. It's fine. Cause for me, it's not about trying to make big buck. The reason why I'm there is I really want to help.
Yeah.
Because if I were to give her the fat freeze, what happens is they suck your tummy area. So when they pull, they might pull your connective tissue apart. Because your connective tissues, because it pulls, right? Then it will make it worse. Because your DR is not closed.
Okay.
And it's not just about your DR gap close. It's whether or not your connective tissue is strong. So if you actually were to do ultrasound, your connective tissue is supposed to be like this thick, right? But some people, the connective tissue is so thin like paper, you just see one small line. So that one, I wouldn't recommend you do fat freeze. Because the minute it pulls, it will actually pull, it might break.
Oh.
Right? Because there's not much, it's not a very thick, good quality connective tissues. Yeah, so these are the things that men needs to know, women needs to know. And this is just your DR. This is not yet, your pelvic floor muscle area. Because when we talk about core muscles, a lot of people thought it's just abdominal. But your core muscles are abdominal. There's actually your diaphragm is actually part of your core muscle. The back, there's actually a muscle along your spine. And also your pelvic floor muscles below. This is for men and women. So when you actually engage your core, it's these 4 muscles together. Okay? So these 4 muscles, when you engage, that's how you can lift yourself up. And this is what's keeping all your organs in place. But the minute when one muscle is down, say I got DR, so I'm not using my abdominal. What happened? You use more of your back muscles. You use more of your pelvic floor. Because your diaphragm is more for breathing and for talking one. So it's pelvic floor or your back muscles. So what happened when you overuse your pelvic floor and your back muscles? It becomes weaker or it becomes more tense. So that's why people will get things like urine leakage. Yeah, incontinence. Because why? Either your muscles are too tense, it's thinking that it's actually holding the pee up. But what happened is it's just too tense, but there's actually a gap. So that's how pee leaks. So these are the things that so it's called hyper. Girl, I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's like it's really tight. There's actually a word for it. Yeah, where it's really really tense. So some people, the muscles are too loose because why? Tired already. So the muscles of pelvic floor is too loose. What happens is every time when you sneeze or you laugh, you start to leak because you let your muscles go. Right? That's why you know that there's this IG or TikTok whereby the women cross their legs and then they sneeze because of leakage.
Oh, okay.
So some people do that. They would cross their knees first, they cross their legs first, then they sneeze.
But that doesn't help, right?
It doesn't. I mean, in a way, it's like a
Temporary
visual
measure.
memory that you need to engage your core. Because by right, you are supposed to just engage without doing anything when you sneeze. But sometimes you need that that visual memory that, I need to engage my muscle to sneeze. So they cross their legs. Worst case scenario, what happens is your pelvic floor muscles start to become lax, right? And then it starts every time when you sneeze or what, it starts to leak, right? Or sometimes you didn't know you're walking one day, it starts to just pee. And that's why a lot of women are in diapers. Then that's when your muscle starts to lag. And remember, these are holding your organs. So what happened? Your organ starts to drop. And your organ starts to drop, that's when your cervix starts to come, or your uterus starts to come out. So I see cases whereby the cervix are already out of their body and they are just walking around, no? And I'm like, how do you walk? And they're like, oh, no. Every time if it comes out very bad, I go to the toilet and just... and I just move on with my day. And like, yeah. So like every few steps, they have to go to the toilet. Wow. Yes, and that happens.
And then when you think about this, like you have seen these cases, I would imagine this like incontinence and all that. Maybe people in their 60s, 70s after having like 7 kids.
No. There are some who do not have kids, not even pregnant before, and they have prolapse. Yes. One is because they don't work on their core muscles. And two is also obesity. So if you are heavy, so that's also something that happens. If you are heavy, you don't work on your core muscles, this could happen. Not would happen, could happen. So the thing is, I know that in clinics, after speaking to certain doctors and also certain, of our clients, they don't take you in unless if it's really prolapse. Because the only thing that you can do once you get prolapse is one, either they remove your entire cervix, your uterus, or two, they actually put this like a pessary ring. So this silicone ring, there you go. They have faces. So they put this silicone ring, put it up, right? Like a donut ring to hold your organ in place. And it's there for life. Yeah. They have like either like how a few months then you change, or like one is like for like that. There's a few, but yeah. But it doesn't solve the problem, right?
Yeah, it doesn't
it's
solve the
only
problem,
just
right?
basically
Stopping it.
stopping it. Yeah. So that's why those the clinic that I work with, the minute we see, cause like we really open your vagina hole, so we open and we really see inside. The minute we see like that, a little bit like that, I tell you already, you know what? Sit on our chair and do your Kegels. So there is a chair using high-fem technology, electromagnetic waves, target muscles on the pelvic floor muscles. It makes you do Kegels. So you sit down, you're doing like about 12,000 Kegels.
The machine does it
The machine does it for you.
Wow.
So to help you to basically strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. So when you contract, right, it pushes up, correct? And the thing is, I can just do Kegel at home. A lot of people don't know how to do Kegels, no? Some people thought their Kegels are clenching your butt. Some people do it on their thigh. Some people are like, but actually they are not even doing anything. In fact, you're actually pushing it out. And that's not good. And Kegels are not just for women, it's also for men.
Yeah.
Okay, just think of like where your pee hole is. Because I say your pee hole, okay? Your pee hole is, it's like instead of trying to contract, it's like you're trying to suck up. It's like a straw. So even for men, right? So imagine like it's a straw trying to suck upwards. So do that. So every day you are actually supposed to do it. Yeah. So usually like, when I wake up or like when I want to cook. Because like you can just do Kegels anywhere. Like right now, I'm doing Kegels. Like nobody knows. Like, you know, like you have to do it all the time. Because pelvic floor muscles is what a lot of people forget. Because it's not a muscle whereby you can see the pecs and like, wow, it looks nice. No, what? It's just there. Yeah, so it's part of your core muscles. You need to actually work on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, this is the most biology education.
I know, right?
Yes. Yeah, I imagine she's talking. I imagine the chart behind.
The charts behind.
Yeah. So right now, what are you doing, you know, to take care of yourself as well as to manage, the recovery, I guess.
Okay, so I'm not pregnant. Not pregnant right now. But at least I know now, like, if I'm pregnant, what I can do and what is there, what's the budget like to actually work on it. But for myself right now, because my DR is closed, yay, and I have no more incontinence. So I have been working on core muscles. But at the same time, I think for myself now, I'm working more on my diet and cardio because I love to eat. I go on either I love to eat and I'm the kind, right, like, every day at home, we will cook 3 cups of rice, 3 geling. My husband only eat like 3/4 of a scoop. The rest are mine.
Oh,
That's how much I eat. Yes, that's how much I eat. I only start eating vegetable and fruits at the age of 21. And the only fruits I eat is apple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wait, is corn a fruit?
No.
I mean, I eat
It's a
popcorn.
vegetable.
I eat popcorn.
Does that consider both in your vegetables or fruits?
But yeah, but I don't eat a lot of things. So but whatever that I like are more carbs heavy. Like I love my potatoes. Oh, I love sour cream. I love, you know, like I love those.
Puasa ni.
Yeah, I know, right? It's fasting. So now I'm training myself on basically cutting down this habit, and that's when I realized I have this addiction to food. Like fatty food, snacks. I have a huge addiction. So the first few months, I remember I was being very cranky, and I was like, why? Oh, because you know what? I cut on a lot of things. I cut on like, now I don't no longer eat white rice and mee goreng. You know what that combo is? Oh, it's the best. White rice and mee goreng. Wow, I love it, man. Wow. Yeah, I stopped eating that now. Like I would actually make sure that, okay, this is my portion of rice. It has to be smaller and my protein is bigger. And then, you know, and my sayur still like macam neither here nor there lah. But as long as it's like not smaller portion than my carbs, like my rice, you know, like that kind of thing. So I try to just do that. Drink lots more water. I don't drink sugar drinks, so that's a big no anyway. So I drink lots of water and I keep myself busy. So like every day I must like go out somewhere. Even like go downstairs to walk or what, I must do that. Last time I have Apple Watch, so I'm like, oh, clocking steps. But now no Apple Watch. My Apple Watch died. So I never clock. I just go like, at least I'm outside doing something with the kids. Like that's what I do. So I must go out. That's why like, I'm always like, no, I have to go out. If I don't go out, I feel. Then now there's this thing where, but if I don't go out or I don't do anything, I hate today. Like today's the worst day. I'm not doing anything. I don't know how to relax. Like now now that is a problem.
Because it becomes a habit for you.
Yeah. So I also start to sleep early. So we have a really strict bedtime routine. 7 p.m. lights off. 7 p.m. my lights auto off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then the kids will be asleep by 7:30. So that gives me another 30 minutes to just calm down. So like by 9 the most, I will sleep.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And we wake up early in the morning. Yeah.
Excellent.
It helps because like it makes you like the routine. Once the routine is there, I think it's about a week or 2, I start to feel good. And when I feel good, I look good.
Yeah.
You know, and you want that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just that like my routine has been thrown off because like we halfway down the road somewhere last year or 2 years ago, we had a helper. So the helper's been doing a lot of it. So I've been like happily, you know, like going for cycling and all. And then my helper went for 1 month away holiday. And my routine was all over the place. And I feel it. Like I feel now my body's like, like even when I want to go out, I'm like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to meet people. Like I don't feel good. I don't want to make up. But now like I think like it's been a week since my helper's back. So I've been doing good.
Okay.
I'm helper reliant. So bad. But yeah.
Now, what advice would you give to mothers who maybe they don't realize that they have this issue that you just mentioned earlier on.
Yeah. Or just struggling
Oh
emotionally.
yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of mothers, they know that they are struggling. Like this thing about, I don't know, it's I spoke to a lot of women to say this, that women knows that they have an issue, because women, the minute you give them a problem, they already have a lot of ideas in their head on how to make it work. But the reason why they don't act on it is because, one, we are selfless creatures. Well, most of us, okay? We are selfless creatures. When we have kids, your mind is always on the kids first. Your mind is always on the family. Your mind is always on the house. Yourself later. We always say later lah. Later I'll think about myself. I want to focus on the kids first. But the thing is, life will always go on. Your kids will always have a problem going through something. The house will always be messy. Everybody will still need food. It's never ending.
Yeah.
So take that time for yourself. So for me, I remember there was a time when there was no more time for myself. I was working like morning till night. And then morning I have to get ready for the kids. Nighttime I have to make the do sleeping time for the kids. So it was crazy. So what I do was, I woke up earlier, 4:30 a.m. So I give myself 4:30 to 6. That's my time. I do breath work. Because I understand that doing self-care is a privilege. Privilege of money, privilege of time. I want to go therapy. I want to go for yoga. I want to meet my friends for coffee. You know, that's cost, that's time. Sometimes we don't have. Mothers, we don't have time. I know that. But make that time. 4:30 to 5 or 5:30 or 6. That time you do something. So what I did was, I woke up at that morning. I just turned on YouTube, any breathwork there is, and there's actually a lot of free Zoom breathworks like that you can also do with a breathwork teacher. So I start coming in and doing that to just align my body, to just do things, pray, do prayers in the morning, read Quran in the morning, something to just align yourself. And then after that, you want to do like a quick, cardio, like just YouTube, Zumba, whatever, or like dance to your favorite song, just one song. Get yourself going. And then wake your kids up. And then do your full morning routine. But it requires a lot of effort. It requires a lot of time. It is going to be hard. There are days that you fail. But you know what? It's not about the days that you fail. It's like after that, just keep on doing it. Okay, yesterday I never wake up. Today also I never wake up. Tak payah buat lah. No. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to make an effort to get up. Keep on doing that until it becomes a normal routine. So I feel like that helps me lah. Yeah, I feel.
And what about your advice for those who are struggling with comments that people are making? Like,
Yeah.
are you still pregnant, or why you let go? What would you respond?
We cannot change the world, right? I mean, there will be makcik quarters, there will be haters, there will be abang mulut perempuan, but I feel like what we can change is our mindset. If we want to stop everybody, it's tiring. It is not worth your time and energy. Like, but work on yourself. Now, like, whatever people say, right, it's really like, okay, sure. Even if I say this is color red, but you say this is green, I'm like, okay, sure. Like, that's it. Like, and then like even Hari Raya, I mean, women, we get this all the time from oh, when are you getting married? Oh, when are you going to get pregnant? Oh, now you big, Oh, like, there's always something. Even like your child, baju, like the baju ronyok. Your mother never iron your clothes. Women will always get this all the time. So we cannot change people, but we can change ourselves. So instead go like, you know what? How you take it. Take it and then just smile and go like, yes, okay. Like that's it. Don't let it affect you. It is a lot of work.
So no fighting back also?
No fighting back. Because you fight back also not. But I'm human. Sometimes I fight back. You see lah, my IG story sometimes I still fight back lah. But we are human and it's okay. But don't have to dwell on it. Sometimes if I feel like it's really over consuming me, that's when like I just story and then done. Then that means that's the end. That's it. I stop thinking about it again. Like you need to find an outlet to actually find that inner peace to release and go like, yes, okay. That's it.
Wow, I've learned a lot in this.
Just really, okay.
Seriously.
Yeah, I did.
Because I just had a conversation with my wife about, what if we got pregnant and all that stuff. like what's the preparation. Now that I know,
Yes.
it's actually more to getting pregnant. It's not just about once you give birth, that's it. It's more about what happens after that.
Yes.
Which is also a huge component to look into. So I think for all mothers or mothers to be, this is definitely a knowledge that you guys definitely need to share with those people around you, especially those who may be struggling with body image, especially if they have DR, or maybe they don't even know that they have DR and think that maybe it's just them bloating or maybe having some normal post delivery issues.
Yeah, because we even for most of us, we don't know what the issues are.
Yeah.
So there might be, you want to get that support for yourself, but it's really important that you get the correct assessment and go and get the right support lah.
Correct.
If not, you might just end up doing more damage than good.
That's right. And for all the husbands also, to make sure that you support them, and if they really need your help, please, by all means.
Yes, do is
Go all
focus
out.
on the baby only.
Yeah, correct. I'm thinking, if let's say you say setting this treatment aside, right? I would imagine that if you were to set this aside for postpartum rather than the class A ward,
Yeah.
that would be more,
Exactly.
yeah.
So actually, a lot of clinic, I know that hospitals are doing that soon, but I feel like even mother-in-laws who have their daughters are pregnant or give birth, don't just focus on the baby. You treat these women so nice, feed them so nicely when they are pregnant. The minute they give birth, you focus so much on the baby,
bye-bye.
and then the wife is always not being taken care of.
I'll say that's one of the reasons why people have postpartum depression as well. Because
Yeah.
oh no, you shower me with love, got all this baby shower. Then suddenly people come and visit. Is the baby, then you down there with your bloatedness, with your
Yeah,
whatever.
and got engorgement, and it's big.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lot.
Wow.
There's a lot of changes. Okay, a lot of changes. You grieve about your body. It's a lot of changes.
Wow. Ateeqah, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for sharing so much knowledge with us. It's been really an insightful
Yeah.
episode. I learned a lot of biology terms for the past 40 plus minutes. So thank you really.
Thank you so much. Yeah, because we think there was that wealth of knowledge, which we
Yeah.
really. I think this is like a wealth of knowledge that not many people are aware of, and hopefully, that with this awareness, people can get the help that they need lah.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week for more self-care and growth. And with that, don't forget to uncomplicate the complicated.